Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Luck's Broncos going up against Newton's Huskies. The opening kick is straight ahead, so it's time to turn it over to my colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with the call. Gentlemen.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Toronto Huskies. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? And almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Jack. Watch out. Shoot. 20. Check nickel.
On second down, here's Newton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Play clock winding down. Newton on third down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Time running out here on the play clock. Coleman. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. To throw on second down is Newton. Backing up toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now a first down throw for Newton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And touchdown! Kevin Coleman, his third touchdown now on the year. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They go play action here on first down. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Now this offense ready to take over again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
This is Coleman. Give him 22 on that one. And it'll give him the first down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well. But they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
First carry now. This is Johnson. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Duke Johnson, his first touchdown of the new season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
2nd and 10, Luck again. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he
rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They come out here in the I. Here's Coleman. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. Shift together here from the D-line. Little motion now from the tight end. They will run again with Coleman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good as that is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
So they're going to go for 2. Cam looking to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So the Broncos coming out now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. In motion is the tight end, Graham. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
5 yards to gain here on third down. Bryant, the man in motion right. Here's Locke. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And here now the offense heading back out there. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he's taken. Down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. On 1st and 10, Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they went big on 1st down. Proves unfruitful. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. And now it's 2nd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football, you can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and that usually gives you an advantage in running it.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. These coaches told us they wanted to take the top off this defense. They wanted to be able to stretch them downfield. They showed it pretty well there.
And they knew that if they were able to do that, it would open up everything else. But how did they truly get it done? Practice in the previous week, making sure they had a plan, fine-tuned before they put it into effect in the game.
Coleman now. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense, hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Slot man moves right. to run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Ten yards to go on 3rd.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. Well, let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On 1st down, Luck. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. 2nd down now after the pass completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for him.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. In motion is the tight end, Graham. Clock on 3rd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. On 1st down, it's Luck. And Bryant's got it over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw on 2nd down is Luck. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it's 3rd and short.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. In motion is the tight end, Graham. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. They come out here in the I. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Strong running. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
You almost hear the wheels turning all the way up here. Do I go out of bounds? Do I put my head down and try and gain additional yardage? In this situation, I probably would have put my head down and just tried to get upfield. Going out of bounds did them no good, and they lost additional yardage.
And the back goes into motion. After the run, Newton going to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now a 1st down following that long gain. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On 1st down, it's Newton. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 1st down, Newton. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They come out here in the eye. And they give this time to the tailback. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
9 yards on the play and a 1st down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Another pistol look here. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his left. And he's going to go down. So they pass up the field goal attempt to go for 6, but as a result, they leave points on the field, and that's going to do it for this first half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, here's Locke. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now a play fake, and it's Locke. He completes it to Bryant. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They come out here in the eye.
Check 50, check 50. Come on now. Watch twist. 20.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Bullard coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. They come up in an offset eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
All right, partner, let's go back over the last couple of plays. Sack, loss of yards on a running play. Not exactly the sequence that an offensive coordinator gets comfortable with when calling plays.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
58, boys, 58. Come on now. Hey, watch this. Wake up. Check 13.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. 3rd and long. It's Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You know it's not an easy job.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This is fielded at the 27. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
2nd and 10, Luck again. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Again, Luck. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They'll send Parker in motion right. They'll fake it. Now Luck. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards on the pickup there. And that'll give him a first down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a two tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the two tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see two tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Robert Kindici in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Luck now on 2nd down, and that's incomplete. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Halfback sent in motion. 3rd and long, it's Locke. Finding time. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Five yards left for the offense. It's second down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even...
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. On 4th down, Newton. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Chuck Pagano decides to go. It doesn't work out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On first down, it's Love. Bryant with a catch right side. It's a gain of 24 that time. And it'll be first down, Denver. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. And quickly, they get to the line. Here's Luck. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And that's going to bring up a third down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. And that is incomplete. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. In motion left comes Bryant. Desperation time for Luck on fourth down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. On after the sack, he's still down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They begin the drive with Coleman. And some room to maneuver. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it, make them do it again. Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Here we go.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Over the middle, open is Thomas. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And they're going to speed things up here.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Fourth quarter, 2-minute warning about to hit, and it looks like they're going to get one more play in.
It'll be interesting to see what they try and do on this play. Do they try and take a shot, or do they just try and get to the 2-minute warning?
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Deep drop. Steps away to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. They come up in an offset eye. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he will lose. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
They come out here in the eye. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 3rd and medium here, 3rd and 5.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Throwing is Newton. And incomplete here on 3rd down. The tight end Luke Wilson was the target, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Taking it about the 16. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And now they're in the hurry up. They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because
Morris fighting. He lost the football. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. You know, some people like to put more things up on the board, but kneel down is usually the right play here.
We'll see what they do in this situation. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And his guys capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point try by Bailey. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. He's going to flip one out here to his running back, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skill.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Ohio! Ohio! Here we go! Ohio! Ohio!
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. They'll look to throw now on first down. And over the middle, this is Parker. They got 29 yards there. And it'll give the Broncos a first down. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And the kick is good, so they avoid the shutout, but still a tough one to swallow here. They only post 3 points, and this game is over. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Toronto, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Denver, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.